We did not think we'd have to prune this plant again. It's grown, and rather a lot, but we think we have a solution. More on that later. Let's check out the plant. Yep. It got bigger. Hello, my name's Ian. Welcome back to Grow Zone Scandinavia. We are back with the pepper plant in the DWC system from Growrilla Hydroponics. We need to do a bit of maintenance on our plant again. We did think that the last video would be the last time we would have to prune and do any maintenance, rather naively. We have a solution for that, and I'll get to that a bit later, but first we need to go around the plant. We're going to remove a few flower buds. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of flowers, and we're not going to be able to support them all, and the plant's not going to be able to grow them all. There's a few modifications we've done to our tent. Then we're going to do a water change, and yeah, we're going to add some different nutrients. Okay, let's jump in. So yeah, let's get a closer look at what our plant is producing. I've just had a quick count here just at the front portion of this plant, and there's 25 odd full flowers, and you know, a handful of them have already dropped their petals and started to produce little paprikas. As I can only assume it's like that right the way around the back of the plant as well. You see towards the tops here, what we did in the last video was remove a lot of this top canopy so the plant could get more light to the lower parts. What the plant has done instead is double down and started to produce all these little clusters. We're going to remove a lot of these small buds here at the top because we have lots and lots and lots of fruit already. Then I'm going to thin down the canopy again, take a lot of this top section off around the sides. Plant's in great condition. We haven't adjusted our spider farmer at all, apart from its height, keeping it at 30 centimeters ish above the top of the plant. It's turned right down at the moment because it's very, very bright. But I want to talk a little bit about that later as well. If our solution doesn't work, there are things we can do with our light schedule and height that can help to bring a pepper plant or lots of other plants into their fruiting cycle. If you don't already know, we are affiliates with Epic LED Grow Light. If you want to get your hands on a spider farmer, SF1000 or any other light, check out the link in the description below with our coupon code applied. So yeah, I'm going to find an angle for you, and we'll remove some flower buds and give this guy a prune. Yeah. Okay, I've got my little clippers here. We've actually got some of these coming into the shop in a couple of months, so keep an eye out for those. And jump on the website and sign up to the newsletter if you want to be notified. As always, you need to keep these clean. I'm going to sterilize just with a bit of alcohol gel on the blades. And I'll remove some of these bigger leaves from the top canopy so we can get a better view at our flower buds, and yeah, pinch a few of those off. I'll speed this up so you can come along for the journey. Okay, I'm going to stop there. As always with this pruning, I could go on and on. I'll try and get a shot and put a before and after so you can see what I've taken off. Well, there's the pile of leaves there. So quite a lot. Yeah, maybe there somewhere. I'll come in a bit. Now we can see all of these lovely flower buds, lots of which I'm going to remove. Look at this lovely flower down the back there. And more behind it. So yeah, we'll come in real close and we'll pinch off some flower buds. In case you've been wondering about pollination, in the last video I showed a trick I like to use, and I've been doing that every couple of days. Yeah, and it seems really happy. The plant is in really good condition. Let's go in real close and we'll pinch off a few of the buds, and then I'll do the rest and show you after. Okay, so we've got really nice growth quite low down, which is good. We might have to support this plant somehow. I'm thinking just a string up to the rafters there where the spider farmer is hanging. Could be sufficient. It's going to be under a lot of weight, and although it is a very thick stem, yeah, it has got a bit of flex in it. Oh yeah, while I'm here, you may have noticed already, but the addition to the tent has been this fan from Nedis. It's a 15 centimeter, and it's just to give the plant a little bit of a breeze and circulate a bit of air around. It's been quite warm the last few weeks, 30 plus on some days, which the chili pepper likes, but yeah, I just thought it would help the flowers along, and it helps me when I'm pruning because it's really, really hot. Alright, let's get some buds off. Okay, there's a good example at the top of the plant here. Since I have my snippers and they are sterilized, I'm going to use those. You can just use your fingernails, but be sure to pinch very hard and try and make it a clean cut. So I'm going to go along and take some of these off like that. Otherwise they're all going to try and become flowers and fruit eventually, and that's a lot of wasted power that the plant could be using to produce fruit that it's already started, like our friend down there I showed you earlier. Alright, I'm going to go around and take a lot of these buds from this top section here and try and concentrate the growth a little bit below the canopy. There's another cluster there that are all going to go. Alright. Okay, so I've removed some buds. I just want to show you, I found this example here of one that I didn't remove. And it looks like I could have. It's quite small, but it's already had its flower and is becoming a fruit. So anything that wasn't like that or smaller, I've taken away. You could easily think that that's a waste of power, but I'll leave that for now. No, these guys, for example, I've missed. I'll get rid of those now. I'm always sweating in these videos. I promise it's really hot in here. This is not normal. Anyway, like I said at the beginning, we really didn't think, rather naively, that we'd have to maintain and prune this plant again. Well, we think we have a solution, and yeah, it's totally our fault, and we should have noticed. And it's another Terra Aquatica product that we haven't used yet, because we've been concentrating so hard on the other stages of the TriPart feeding chart that we missed the final step. Terra Aquatica, formerly Growrilla Hydroponics Europe, make a product called FinalPart, which used to be called Ripen, and it is for late flowering slash fruiting of your plant, so tomatoes, chilies, any other bits and pieces like that. I'm going to jump into the eurohydro.com. They're transitioning to terraaquatica.com still. I'm going to jump in and read off the FinalPart description, and I'll put the feed chart over the top so you can have a look at what we're dealing with. We're still in the flowering stage of TriPart, and today we're going to change the water out and go to FinalPart. This is a 1-part solution. Yeah, that's it. As I say, formerly called Ripen. Let me jump in and read to you what they say about it. Yeah, FinalPart is a complete late flowering nutrient slash stimulant requiring no additional boosters. It increases flowering and production of active principles and eliminates nutrient excess. It acts in a couple of ways. It basically sends a strong signal to the plant that it's coming to the end of its life. This prompts the plant to accelerate the ripening process. So this can be used in lots of ways. If your crop has an infestation, or your crop has a problem, you can use this, swap it out for FinalPart, and try and get as much fruit as you can from the plant before it dies off, if you think you've got a problem like that. Or you can use it like we're using in the final stages of flowering and fruiting. Lots of our petals have come off now, and we've got little pods coming out, so we're going to try and help those along and swap to FinalPart. Yeah, it's going to be a normal water change. It's hot outside, the water temperature should be okay in the hose pipe. I'm going to put it directly in, add the FinalPart. I'll show you each step of the way, and yeah, let's do it. Ooh, and first, I forgot to say, we're going to get to see some roots, so let's get a spare bucket and swap this plant over, see what our roots are looking like. Just move to the front here. This plant's drunk an entire container, which is 15 litres, something in gallons. I'll work it out later. And it's done that in a week, so it's thirsty, and you can see why. It's massive. Let's check out the roots. It gets me every time how massive they are. Filled out the whole width of the bucket there at the bottom, and looking fantastic. Okay, let's get this water swapped out, and we will get our FinalPart in. Formerly known as Ripen from Growrilla Hydroponics Europe. They've since become Terra Aquatica, and it's now called FinalPart. Very serious. There's a feed chart for soil on one side, and then we have hydro and cocoa core on the other, and ripening is 5 milliliters per litre. So yeah, let's get the nutrients in, give them a mix about, add our plant back in, and I'll talk a little bit about the spider farmer as well, because if we don't see the results we want from the final part, there's a few things we can do with our lighting schedule and the hanging height as well to help our plant along. All right. And that's it for the final part. It's just a 1 part late flowering nutrient. Like I said before, if we don't see the results we want, we can also adjust our lighting. There's a couple of things you can do to, again, make a plant think that it's coming to the end of its life. One of those things is to adjust your schedule. At the moment it's on 12 hours on, 12 hours off, so we might shorten its lighting period as well. Nice and easy to do with our Nedis smart extension socket there. Just do it all in the app. I'll show you that in the next video if we don't see any crazy results. All right, let's get the pH, make sure it's a decent level. We'll get our plant back in. All right, get another look at those roots as well, eh? I'll leave you there. All right. And watch our wires at the top here. Oh. Get tangled. Yeah. A little clay pebble there, caught on the side. Look at that, fantastic. Healthy looking root mass, and hopefully it enjoys the final part. Back into the center. So for now we're just going to adjust our spider farmer back to 30 centimeters above the top of the plant and put it back to 100%. It's still on 12 hours on, 12 hours off. Like I said, I'll see how it reacts to final part, and we can change the schedule if need be, or we can adjust the height a little bit as well. And yeah, that's it for now. We'll see you in the next one. Right.